Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a Massachusetts man who was arrested for the death of a Skowhegan woman made his first court appearance today.
Sierra Jordan has the story.
After a 20-year-old woman was found dead in her home early Saturday morning, a Massachusetts man is now facing a murder charge in connection with her death.
First matter I'd like to take up is the matter of State of Maine versus Jason Serval.
Shortly after 5:30 p.m., the Skowhegan Police Department say they received a 911 call from a man reporting an assault at 912 Cannon Road in Skowhegan. As officials arrived, they found the caller with a head injury and Abbott dead in the home. The Madison male was later transported to Reddington Fairview General Hospital in Skowhegan, where he was treated and later released. Maine State Police detectives and evidence technicians spent Saturday conducting interviews and investigating Abbott's home. Around 3:20 p.m. Saturday, State Police detectives arrested 19-year-old Jason Serval of Massachusetts at the Skowhegan Police Department, and he was charged with murder in connection with Abbott's death. Officials say Serval was an acquaintance to Abbott, but did not elaborate on how the two know each other.
You do have the right to have the matter presented to the grand jury. Count 2, sir, is a charge of aggravated assault. That's a Class B offense as alleged. That's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and up to a $20,000 fine.
Serval was transported to the Somerset County Jail and is being held without bail. The Chief Medical Examiner's Office conducted an autopsy July 17th and ruled Abbott's death a homicide. In studio, I'm Sierra Jonah reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
3 people were injured in a head-on crash in Fairfield tonight. According to Fairfield Police Chief Thomas Gould, officers responded to the crash on the Norwich Walk Road in the area of Mays Way. Investigators determined a 2009 Ford F-150 was traveling south on the Norwich Walk Road in the northbound lane. A 2014 Jeep Compass was traveling north on the Norwich Walk Road and was unable to avoid the F-150, and the vehicles crashed head-on. Chief Gould says officers found 3 of the vehicle's occupants had injuries, with 1 being critical. The crash is being reconstructed by the Maine State Police and will be reviewed by the District Attorney's Office, and charges are expected to follow. Names are not being released at this time as police notify the families of those injured.
Well, 4 people were injured in a multiple vehicle crash in Fairfield on Sunday. According to the Fairfield Police Department, that crash occurred just after 11 a.m. at the intersection of Norwich Walk Road and Wood Street. Police say of the 4 people injured, 1 is in serious condition and was transferred to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center via life flight. Following an investigation, officers determined that a Subaru Forester driven by 36-year-old Jared Peasley of Waterville was struck from behind by a Chevy Silverado driven by 74-year-old Linda Abbott of Anson. The collision forced Peasley's vehicle into the path of a car driven by 38-year-old Kristen Simon of Oceanside, New York, sending her vehicle into a ditch. There are no charges pending at this time, and that investigation remains ongoing.
A Lewiston man is charged with murder in connection with the shooting death of a Massachusetts man. Maine State Police say on Sunday, shortly after 4 p.m., Lewiston police responded to a report of gunshots at 30 House Street. Officers arrived on scene and found 20-year-old John Paquin of Worcester, Massachusetts, suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. He was transported to Central Maine Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. At approximately 1:30 Monday morning, a search warrant was served at 12 House Street in connection with the arrest of 28-year-old Mark John Sinclair of Lewiston earlier that night. Police say Sinclair lived at 12 House Street and had active warrants for domestic violence, terrorizing, criminal mischief, and a bail violation. He was transported to the Androscoggin County Jail. Paquin's death has been ruled a homicide by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Sinclair was charged with murder. He's being held without bail and is scheduled to be arraigned later this week in Androscoggin County Superior Court.
Meanwhile, 5 people have been arrested in connection with a drug investigation in Hancock County. Maine Drug Enforcement Agency Commander Peter Arno says over the past several months, the Bucksport Police Department has been investigating a group of people suspected of distributing significant amounts of fentanyl. On July 13th, law enforcement searched a camp on Toddy Pond along the Gus Moore Road in Penobscot. Arno says they found 1.5 pounds of fentanyl, more than $30,000 in suspected suspected drug proceeds and other evidence of drug trafficking. Arno says on July 15th, a vehicle from Massachusetts allegedly headed to the group in Bucksport was actually stopped on I-95 in Hamden, and agents found a half pound of fentanyl then. 34-year-old Christopher Warford of Bucksport, 37-year-old Jamie Ward of Bucksport, 35-year-old Jesse Adams of Verona Island are all being charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Bail for Warford and Ward is set at $50,000. Adams was released on bail. 25-year-old Braille Perez and 28-year-old Michael Arias Abar of Massachusetts have also been charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Their bail set at $50,000 cash.
Maine's Department of Administrative and Financial Services announced today it successfully processed and sent $850 relief checks to all verified eligible Maine taxpayers who filed tax returns to date. The department says it sent a little more than 784,000 payments to Maine taxpayers. That represents 91% of the 858,000 estimated recipients. Maine Revenue Services will continue to process checks weekly as Maine taxpayers continue to file their returns. The deadline to do that is October 31st of this year. For anyone who's eligible to receive a relief check but doesn't receive theirs by the beginning of August, you can go to the online portal, enter in the necessary information, and see the status of your check. That link will be found on our website as well, foxbangor.com.
Meanwhile, drivers may be noticing longer wait times for car repairs. Well, we talked to repair shop owners who say COVID-19 continues to play a role. Repair shop wait times can vary from 7 business days all the way up to a month. Poirier's garage owner Eric Poirier says he only has 2 technicians and is working to complete as many jobs as possible each day. Meanwhile, Herman Motor Company owner Aaron Hawes says supply chain issues are also causing delays for his staff in terms of receiving parts. Now, Hawes added the lack of available technicians has also contributed to the issue.
There's many levels of it, but it's a workforce issue. You know, there's no question about that. And it's not the simplicity of the technicians in the dealerships. It stems right from the top. No new vehicles being available, which in return means consumers are holding on to their used vehicles longer, which means more of them need to be serviced and maintained.
Hawes recommends drivers think ahead when it comes to scheduled maintenance and make appointments as soon as possible.
I think that's some sound advice, really across the board, wherever you're going. You know, many places seeing those shortages, so a lot of people are having to place those appointments far out in advance.
You have to keep in mind, too, if you come in really, really late on things like oil changes or having other maintenance done, it actually, can really damage your car, and that does nothing but cause you headaches. So best to stay ahead of the game there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, with a little bit more on what we can expect weather-wise in the coming hours, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And okay, so today, temperature-wise, this felt like summer, right? And incredibly humid with temperatures back in the 80s, even a couple upper 70s in there. But then that's before the rain came in. And here's the rain out there now. Locally heavy rainfall over a couple more hours tonight into tomorrow morning before it all clears out of here. We're in good shape then for a couple more days into the weekend. But here is a surge of moisture headed our way for tonight. There's lots of rain to get through. The severe weather threat's very low, but the locally heavy rainfall is almost likely tonight. We could see an inch or two of rainfall before tomorrow morning. Here it gets out of here quickly, though, by tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be a very nice day once again with a couple afternoon thunder showers tomorrow. Our forecast then tonight, though, is the rain showers out there now and some thunder, likely non-severe heavy rain with low temperatures down near 70. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
I know my dogs are no fans of thunder and lightning, that is for sure.
Yeah, mine is okay, but at least that's when I'm around. So
right.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
All right, well, Dad will be home tonight, so no worries for him. All right.
Hold on just a little bit longer. Well, and still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Husson University is hosting a 3-day pharmacy summer camp, allowing students to experience some hands-on training.
And a well-known food pantry in Herman searches for a new location to move their operations to. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come back.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
U.S. Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's favorite neighborhood pub, is your place to catch all your sports and live music. Don't miss a second of the action on our 24 TVs and big screen. Enjoy live music every Friday and Saturday nights, karaoke on Wednesdays, and trivia on Thursdays. Concert season is in full swing. Relax in one of our 2 outdoor seating areas, including our new beer garden. The Penobscot Poorhouse is the place to be before and after the show. The Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's #1 sports and entertainment location, 14 Larkin Street, off Main Street in Bangor.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Midsummer Classic is back in Tinseltown. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Top of the morning, Maine. I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, it's Taco Tuesday, so we'll start things off right with your first weather forecast. Devin Biggs will have all those warm temperatures we've been waiting for. Summer has officially arrived. Plus, Dave Peck and Tyler Cruz will be joining us for sports, and we'll have the latest for local news out of our area.
Welcome back, everybody. The Ellsworth School Department and other organizations are looking to update Hancock County's trade school for high school students in the region. Our Stephanie Wittenbach attended Monday night's City Council meeting and has the details.
Jake Taylor with the Ellsworth Business Development Corporation says he and Ellsworth School Department have been discussing expanding Hancock County Technical Center since 2018. Taylor says since then, things have moved pretty quickly. City Council has jumped on board and stakeholders are securing funding for the project they hope to see pass.
And I think that this is just a part to play in what the overall workforce looks like. And, you know, if we can make our part in our area the best that it possibly can be, feeding the local industries that need those workers, that's the whole concept of what this project would potentially do.
Taylor says Oak Point Associates is an architectural design and engineering company working on the project. They've created a preliminary plan on what a new school could look like and how much it would cost. Oak Point Associates says a new trade school will cost over $57 million. They say to update the school already there would cost around $52 million. Some city councilors say they will apply for grants and ask the state for funding. Counselors say they think now is the best time to expand the school. Ellsworth School Board member Paul Markosian says the school has 200 students at the moment and is growing every year.
We actually had one student who graduated this past June who had 74 college credits when she graduated. She went to HCTC. She was also a student at Ellsworth High School. She's the first student in the state of Maine who got an associate's degree prior to her getting her high school diploma.
Markosian and Taylor say this is the first step to get the ball rolling and try to secure the funding they need to make the construction plan come to life. In Ellsworth, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, today marked day one of Hudson University's 3-day pharmacy summer camp. Our A.J. Douglas watched as high school students dove right into the hands-on training.
Hudson University hosted their 2022 Pharmacy Summer Camp to give high school juniors and seniors the opportunity to get hands-on training for a high-demand job and a taste of college life.
But this allows them an opportunity to understand what pharmacy education is. They live in the dorm for a couple of days. They have classes in our regular classes with our regular instructors and professors. So this gives them the opportunity to experience what college is going to be like.
Kayla Hare is an incoming senior at St. Stephen's High School. She says the pharmacy camp is helping her make an educated decision about her future career goals.
I think that it will definitely help make my decision on whether or not I want to be a pharmacist and what exactly I want to do after university.
The American Association of Colleges for Pharmacy reports data showing a mild increase in demand for pharmacists nationwide from 2020 to 2022. The 13-year program encourages more high school seniors to study pharmaceuticals and pursue careers after graduation.
The pharmacy camp is one of our best recruitment effort. A lot of the students who have gone through our pharmacy camp program have successfully enrolled at Hudson University and subsequently went on pharmacy school and graduate.
Hudson University has a rolling admissions process for those interested in enrolling in the School of Pharmacy. In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
A well-known food pantry in Herman is currently looking for a new location in order to continue feeding the community. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
We are desperately looking for some kind of a space to be able to continue to give this food out while we raise funds.
Volunteer Director of Neighbors Supporting Neighbors, Carol Lackady, is worried about where her food pantry will be located after August 1st. For the next few weeks, Lackady and her group of volunteers are scrambling to both serve the community and move from the pantry's current location in the Danforth Supermarket Plaza to a new one, as the property is set to be turned into multi-use businesses. After bouncing between 4 different properties in the past 17 years, she understands the need within the community.
We've always been a pretty large food pantry as far as people coming to us for help. We supply them with not only food, but we have clothing, we have pet items and pet food, we have health and beauty aids, we have all your household products. So we provide a lot more than just food to these people.
Lackady says folks who go to the pantry are usually given a pre-made box with a variety of food, including cereal, canned fruit, pasta, and more. The organization currently has property gifted to them by the town of Herman on Billings Road and plans on moving there in the future. However, they need the community's help in raising funds in order to make this happen.
And we had a building designed way back when, and 17 years, and we're still going strong, and there's people that need help every day. It's time for us to have our own space.
Reporting from Herman, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Scientists say more shark sightings in Maine waters are reason for awareness, not panic. Great white sharks have always been present off the coast of Maine, especially in the summertime, but sightings are on the rise. Megan Wilgus explains why.
2 more fins were spotted off the coast of Maine this past weekend. The Department of Marine Resources says that adds up to a total of 16 shark sightings so far this summer.
Anytime you're in the water, it's fair to assume that there could be a white shark nearby.
Marine scientist Matthew Davis says shark populations increased following the Federal Protection Act in the 1990s and the Marine Mammal Protection Act in the 1970s.
Those 2 things in conjunction have really allowed the species to recover to more historic levels, or what we believe their levels were, which is really a conservation success story.
Just because there are more sharks doesn't mean they will bother you.
The likelihood of you getting struck by lightning is greater than getting bitten by a shark.
While the number of shark sightings have gone up, it's not only because there are more of them out there, but also we're more aware that they're there.
Here in Maine, we're still trying to find areas that they tend to congregate more often. And so it's our hope that over several years of this acoustic monitoring, we might be able to identify those spots where there's higher frequency.
Through these receivers, Davis says it scans a shark's fin sort of like a barcode in a grocery store and sends its location back to the department. He adds they are working on tagging the sharks next.
It's very hard. The water is dark. We don't know where they are all the time. Cape Cod is nice. The water is a little bit clearer.
State Park Manager Sean Valancourt says while the ocean is their home, there are ways to avoid seeing one.
Sharks are colorblind and they really look for that contrast in the water. So make sure that you swim with multiple groups of people, or if you're surfing, don't surf alone.
Some good advice there.
Yes.
And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, growing anger and frustration following the release of new information and images concerning the law enforcement response to the Uvalde school shooting.
And inflation is still impacting millions of Americans, making this summer a bummer for those hoping to make up for lost time. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Not all states have tax-free weekend. We thought you should too, so why wait to buy a mattress? Right now, get 15% off or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Hammond Lumber is the country's largest stocking dealer of Shoremaster products. You don't have to wait to get the dock system you want when you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
Incubus. Live. August 7th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. One incredible night with Incubus. With special guests, Sublime with Rome and the Aqua Dolls. Incubus, on sale now. Buy tickets at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Part of the Varney Insurance Concert Series.
Find half-off deals today and save money by going to foxbangor.com.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
There is growing anger and frustration after the release of new evidence concerning the law enforcement response to the Uvalde school shooting. The latest report spreads blame for the failure to intervene across multiple agencies. Fox's Casey Stiegel is in Uvalde tonight with the latest.
Shots fired! Get inside! Go, go, go!
11:36 a.m., 3 minutes after the gunman entered Robb Elementary School, Uvalde police are already on scene. 1 minute later, the suspect fires at officers positioned in the hallway and they retreat. At 11:38, an update goes out over the radio.
He's inside this building. We have him contained.
Confusion grows as more and more officers arrive, then wait.
Hey, we're going in or we're staying here? What are we doing?
20 minutes go by.
Let's get these kids out of here. Let's get these kids out of here.
Until the first children are rescued at 11:58, pulled through classroom windows outside.
Go, go, run over there.
While inside, officers learn kids are calling 911 for help.
A child just called if they have victims in there.
Everyone waits another 45 minutes. The video ends before the horror was finally over at 12:50, when a U.S. Border Patrol tactical team finally breaches the room and kills the gunman.
Why did they not go in that day? Why did it take them that long to go in?
The Texas House Investigative Committee released its 77-page report on Sunday, which shows 376 cops responded to the scene. The bulk were state police or federal agents. It contradicts Texas DPS, spreading blame across all agencies present, not just the school police force, and its chief, Pete Arredondo.
The officers who knew or should have known that this was an active shooter situation by their training experience should have done more.
This new report is the most comprehensive to date on the attack, yet much of the community still feels left in the dark.
We need answers. That's what we need. We need answers.
The committee also cited lax security here at the school, like unlocked doors and a short fence around the perimeter. Today, Governor Greg Abbott called the findings, quote, deeply disturbing and vows to work with investigators to address the issues. In Uvalde, Texas, Casey Stiegel, Fox News.
While there has been some improvement in gas prices, persistent high inflation continues to strain Americans. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more on what the White House is saying.
While the price of gas was quick to go up, past $5 on average last month, it has been slow to come down. The White House, though, is optimistic.
Barring unforeseen market disruptions, to see average prices fall below $4 per gallon in more places in coming weeks.
According to AAA nationally, gas is now $4.52 on average. The White House is frustrated. They haven't gotten more credit.
We have seen gas prices go down in the past 34 straight days.
Aren't they still $2 a gallon higher than when you guys took office, though?
First of all, we have to look at the impact of how we got there.
Outgoing White House Communications Director Kate Bedingfield sent this memo, quote, despite the data, you wouldn't know gas prices are coming down from watching the evening news or reading the paper. But polls show it's voters who aren't ready to change their opinions on what's ailing the economy. A new Fox News poll shows 55% say the Biden administration has made the economy worse, now with a 9.1% inflation rate, and 31% still blame the president's policies for gas prices.
The president, as I said, is looking in the wrong places. He's looking to the Saudis, he's looking to the Russians. So that leaves the obvious solution here in America.
At the Federal Reserve meeting next week, it's expected another 0.75% interest rate hike is coming to fight inflation. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin is taking a rare trip abroad to the Middle East as President Joe Biden settles back in the U.S. The visit comes as Iran claims it is now capable of building a nuclear weapon. Fox's Rich Edson has more.
Iran can build a nuclear bomb if it wants. That's what a senior advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei told Al Jazeera this weekend. Quote, in a few days, we were able to enrich uranium up to 60%, and we can easily produce 90% enriched uranium. Iran has the technical means to produce a nuclear bomb, but there has been no decision by Iran to build one. For more than a year, the Biden administration has been trying to resurrect an agreement to constrain Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. Officials say the deal is basically finished.
It's up to Iran to see whether they're going to take it or not. We're going to continue to make sure we have the capability and the capacity in the region, military and otherwise, to deal with their destabilizing activities.
President Biden traveled to the region last week, in part to coordinate with allies on what to do if negotiations with Iran fail. He and Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid pledged to stop Iran's nuclear program, though they disagreed on how.
I continue to believe that diplomacy is the best way to achieve this outcome. Words will not stop them, Mr. President. Diplomacy will not stop them.
Lapid said only the free world's willingness to use force will stop Iran's nuclear program. President Biden told an Israeli television station to stop Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, the U.S. would use force as a last resort. Russian President Vladimir Putin is planning his own travel to the region. He's scheduled to meet this week with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. It's only Putin's second trip abroad since Russia invaded Ukraine in February. Both Iran and Russia are under heavy sanctions from the West and are working to try to bypass those economic restrictions. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
And as the war rages on between Russia and Ukraine, Ukraine's president removed some of his top people from his government. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has more from Kyiv and a warning some of the images in his story may be disturbing to some viewers.
Russia launched new strikes across Ukraine far from the front lines after Russia's defense minister ordered his forces to ramp up operations. A Ukrainian Marine just back from the trenches responded to the warning from Russia's defense chief.
There will be a lot more displays like this one across the country.
A rare Russian strike in central Ukraine from a submarine in the Black Sea killed nearly 24 people, including a 4-year-old girl with Down syndrome. Her mother had just posted this video to social media. At her funeral Sunday, Lisa wore a crown of white flowers. Her father refused to let go. President Zelensky called the strike an act of terrorism.
These are not people. These are bastards who have done it.
Ukraine's president also concerned about Russian infiltration of his government. Zelensky fired 2 senior members, including the head of his powerful domestic security agency, for failing to get rid of Russian spies in the ranks. Hundreds have been charged with treason and collaborating with Russia. The Ukrainians say they're outgunned, despite additional weapon shipments from the West. Yaroslav says Russian artillery on the battlefield outnumbers Ukraine's 3-1. Asked about his country's chances of defeating Russia without more American arms,
it is possible, but only with large losses of Ukrainian infantrymen. We need more weapons.
British intelligence says over 2.5 million Ukrainians, including children, have been forcibly deported to camps inside Russia. That's the equivalent to the population of Chicago. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, how a graffiti artist is giving downtown Old Town a makeover.
And in sports, Maine women's basketball is adding a homegrown talent to their roster. We'll be right back.
The most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
Many states have a tax-free weekend. Well, we thought you should save too. Right now, get 15% off everything, or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Gas and heating oil prices are the highest ever. Why? Because Joe Biden and the liberals in Congress took a hard left turn and dragged Jared Golden with them. Biden and Golden turned off more American energy production, stopping pipelines and exploration, looking to buy from our enemies. They are going the wrong way. Mainers need relief, not empty promises. Tell Jared Golden to help open American energy production and lower the price of gas.
Breakdowns, collisions. Things happen on the road unexpectedly, but here at Phil's Towing, we understand. With years of experience, our friendly professionals are here for you when you need them the most, no matter how big the task or vehicle is. At Phil's Towing, with our heavy-duty trucks, we guarantee an arrival time of 30 minutes or less and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Give us a call at Phil's Towing. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. The Rockzilla Tour with very special guests, Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves. Friday, July 29th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Help Maine children win the fight against cancer by supporting the Heroes Hope Healing McDonald's Golf Classic, presented by Bangor Savings Bank. To date, the event has raised more than $500,000 to support Northern Light Pediatric Cancer Care. In addition, the McDonald's Golf Classic supports Camp Hope, a free summer camp for children with cancer or blood disorders. You can help support the kids by registering or donating today at mcdonaldshhgc.org.
Not all states have a tax-free weekend. That doesn't seem right. So come into Jordan's and get 15% off everything right now, or get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
Downtown Old Town is getting a street-style makeover. Mike Rich is a graffiti artist from Portland, and he's been tasked with creating 2 unique pieces of art to spruce up the downtown area. It's all part of a project with Downtown Old Town, funded through the Maine Development Foundation and matching contributions from local business owner Alex Gray. Rich has been working on graffiti projects since 1985 and said the industry has changed a lot since he started.
I tried doing art with spray paint and no one really wanted anything to do with me, and now it seems like there's street art everywhere, on the television, in the stores, all over the world. Even in Portland, there's a handful of artists who are just doing art full time.
Well, he said he enjoys adding the street art elements to his work, and right now he'll be graffitiing 2 electric boxes, one with a design he created in reference to some old vintage advertisements from Old Town Canoe, and the other will have the coyote mascot from the local schools.
There's a method to the steps that you take. The first layers, I have a huge cap so I can cover the whole box in about 5 minutes, and then the caps get smaller and smaller as you get closer to completion.
Rich said he used about 60 to 70 colors on both boxes to complete the project. You can check out some of his work and the final product on Instagram or Facebook at Mike Rich Designs.
A Winslow couple is rolling from one memory-making trip to another with their kids in their newly refurbished school bus. Our Jody Hersey spotted them on a road trip and has more.
This 2004 black and white school bus, affectionately named the Radical Express, is the brainchild of Justin and Melanie Smith of Winslow, who have logged a lot of miles and smiles with their kids on the road.
We looked at campers, and they were kind of pricey, and I wanted to drive down the road and look back and see my kids riding back there, playing board games at the table.
So the Smiths purchased this old bus from a local school district and started renovating it into their home away from home.
We started tearing out the seats, ripping up the floor. We got it rubber coated. So I had a lot of fun looking at floor plans and designs.
Each member of the Smith family has their own cozy space aboard the Radical Express, which the kids love.
And that's Mom and Dad's bed. We have our own bed. It's better than sleeping in a tent.
The family has traveled together to Seboomic near Moosehead, as well as New Hampshire, and down the East Coast to Disney in Florida.
A family of ours went down to Disney the exact same week that we did, and they spent about $700 more in airfare than we did in diesel to drive this down. They didn't get the experience of stopping in New York City at a little mom-and-pop pizza shop and having the best pizza we've had in quite some time.
The Smiths would still like to add a shower and solar power to their home on wheels when they're not busy making memories.
It's really eye-opening to see the first picture to where it is now.
In Winslow, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, that is incredibly inventive and just cool. What great designs. I love all the patterns they picked.
Yeah, even cooler that they had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
And were able to make it all work. I love the kids, too. They're like, this is better than camping. You know,
those are like the coolest bunk beds ever.
Oh,
so,
yeah. It's amazing.
All righty.
Oh, great work there.
Yeah.
All right, well, Jeff Weller is coming in next with our full forecast. Stick with us.
High temperatures back in the 80s today, and we'll do it again tomorrow, and for Wednesday, and for Thursday, and for Friday. But how much rain will we get through tonight, and when will we get some relief? Those details for you when I come back.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally a reason to pull those aviators out of the glove compartment.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Landshark Locker and Margaritaville Tequila present Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band. Life on the Flip Side Tour 2022 Redux. One night only at Main Savings Amphitheater, August 2nd. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, August 2nd. Presented by Margaritaville Tequila and Landshark Lager.
Make more good in the all-new Sportage X Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
The $1 Million Music Guessing Game is back. Beat Shazam! With the best dad and daughter team.
Dad, do not embarrass me.
Beat Shazam, part of $1 Million Music Mondays on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. Let's talk about temperatures today. It sure felt like summer, didn't it? With highs back in the upper 80s for most of us, except for down east and coastal areas. Saw highs back in the 70s. Very refreshing air across those areas. But we're going to crank up the heat again. In fact, most of us have high temperatures in the 80s for as far as the eye can see right now, especially into the weekend and probably beyond that, as the long-range trend keeps really a lot of heat across the Midwest and the Great Lakes. And for us, this is looking into the end of July, July 31st, with above average temperatures, the average high being low 80s. This could give us a couple of 90-degree temperatures again later on next week. Okay, the drought monitor, it's been dry, of course, across the West for decades, but we could use some rainfall. We're getting some rainfall out there right now. For us, this is level 1 and level 2 of drought conditions, so it's not severe. However, it's noticeable, right? Your garden could use some rain. We're getting that rain out there now. It's soaking in very nicely. The rain will end tonight, but likely be back as a couple of thunder showers tomorrow, very widely scattered though throughout the afternoon. Here's the rain showers out there now, and there's nothing severe in here, but there are a couple areas of heavy rain that will likely continue for several more hours tonight into tomorrow morning before it gets out of here, and then there could be a couple residual showers across the area tomorrow. And this is quite an impressive surge of moisture headed our way, likely taking several hours to get out of here tonight into tomorrow morning, and it's going to be a very nice day tomorrow afternoon, and then likely getting in here Wednesday into Thursday. Futurecast shows the heaviest rain leaving here by, say, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then this model wants to give us some sunshine by 11 o'clock. That could be a stretch, although there could be a couple isolated thunder showers in here too later on tomorrow afternoon. So the rainfall will look something like this, a widespread soaking rainfall happening out there right now. We need it. We're getting it. Where most places will probably see an inch of rain. A couple of you could see closer to 2 inches of rain before we get into Tuesday afternoon. So get ready. It's going to be kind of a bumpy ride tonight with some locally heavy rainfall and then some locally dense fog, especially if the sky is clear for a couple hours later on this evening. Dense fog is likely into the commute tomorrow morning. So our forecast then tonight, though, is showers and storms out there. Low temperatures or muggy low temperatures down near 70, not so low temperatures with that south wind that could gust near 20. And then for tomorrow, scattered showers and a couple of storms out there again, mostly through the afternoon. A couple of those could produce locally heavy rainfall as they're not going to move very quickly with high temperatures back up near 85. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Varney Chevrolet shows tomorrow 85. Wednesday back up in familiar territory, 88. 87 Thursday, a couple of thunder showers around. You get the idea. A very warm summer-like forecast into the weekend. Beth?
Indeed. Hot, muggy, and thunderstorms.
Yes, all of the above.
That's a little bit of an intense mixture there.
It really is. We got it all.
All right, full sports is coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out.
We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back, everyone. We'll start things off with some big news out of Orono as this year's Miss Maine basketball winner, J.C. Christopher, is headed back home. Skowhegan's Christopher is transferring from Boston University to play for Amy Vachon and the Black Bears after just a short time with the Terriers. Christopher said she was unhappy during the summer session in Boston and regretted not coming to Orono in the first place. Now, the former Riverhawk entered the transfer portal last Wednesday and has already gone through the admissions process with Maine. She and the Black Bears are just waiting on BU to sign off on the move to make it official. And when it does become official, we will catch up with Christopher to get more insight into the decision to head to Orono. Great news for us and great news for the state because we get to continue to watch her in person right here in Maine as she continues into the collegiate ranks. For now, though, we will talk some baseball. Senior Little League Regionals has arrived in Bangor, and like they've done for 30 years, the grounds crew at Mansfield Stadium has worked their magic on the diamond.
Not coming back. We take pride in what we do. This is a landmark in Bangor, and we want to keep it beautiful, and we want to make it the best field that the kids can play on.
Since 1992, Ron St. Pierre has set the tone for his maintenance team down at Mansfield Stadium.
I'm picky. I want straight lines, and we've led by example.
And over the course of 30 years, he's seen a cast of characters enter his operation.
It's a tight-knit group. I mean, they all make fun of each other.
He picks on me, I pick on him.
We get along great. We're a family.
And at the end of the day, they've all shared one thing in common.
They follow suit, and most of the kids who come here are also very dedicated. They have pride. Our key word here is pride.
I would not want to work for anyone else. Again, like I said, he gives us the leeway. He tells us what to do, and then we just do it. And if it's wrong, he's going to say, listen, this is wrong, but this is how you fix it.
That pride will be put on full display this week when the Little League Senior Regional Tournament returns to Bangor for the first time since 2019.
We want to make sure that when they come up here, that first thing is, wow.
And to get that sort of reaction, it takes more than just hopping on the mower.
The average person will walk up and say, what do these guys do all day?
Pretty much all of it, from painting the logos to flattening the infield to raising the colors and everything in between.
You name it, we do it.
Now, of course, not every task is made equal.
That's on the mower every day. That's because it involves sitting down, not doing anything.
I consider it relaxing.
I'm the one doing the walking around, the dirty work.
But in the dog days of summer, it's those personalities and relationships that makes the Mansfield crew what it is.
It's kind of a fraternity type thing. We all want the best for baseball.
There's no amateur facility that's run by Little League volunteers that looks anywhere like this in the Northeast.
Now, honestly, I went over there to preview the Senior Little League Regionals, which starts this week, and I saw the field. I was like, that field is in great shape. I need to talk to whoever is responsible. And there you go. It's all of them. It's a whole team, cast of characters. So if you can, head down for some of the games they'll be playing all week there for the Senior League Tournament. And we will stick with baseball, too, because just a week after Chris Sale returned from a year-long rehab process, he finds himself right back on the injured reserve in the first inning of Sunday's game against the Yankees. You've heard it by now. Aaron Hicks fired a ball back at Sale, directly hitting the pinky finger of his throwing hand. The official injury report is a fractured left pinky, which might end his season. There are talks of 4 to 6 weeks, perhaps. Just another bump in the road for this already struggling Red Sox team, who ended up losing the game 13-2 and have yet to win a series against an AL East opponent this season. And word from Red Sox camp saying Sale went underwent a successful surgery on that pinky, so at least some good news. We'll see what the time frame is moving forward. But now we are into the All-Star break. The Sox sit at 3 games above 500 and just a game and a half up on the Orioles, who are in last place in the AL East. So what will Chaim Bloom do here? The trade deadline is August 2nd, and it is fast approaching. The future of their star, specifically All-Star Xander Bogaerts, couldn't be less clear. Will they send him away? Maybe sign him? Will it be another mainstay that gets shipped out of the town? Or is there still reason to believe and buy into this season? Here was Bogaerts' take on the Fox Sports All-Star crew earlier on Monday.
I feel like we should get some help. You know, we saw what happened last year. We got Schwarber. I was saying back there, that's someone that carried the team for multiple stretches last year, and I don't know if we could get some of that impact, but it would be nice to get some help for sure, because we're right there. We're right there.
Yeah, very interesting time, because if they do sell, then what kind of message does that send to the current players there? And if they do buy in, is it really worth the money at this point? So certainly going to be interesting come August 2nd. We will, of course, keep you posted on what happens there. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Here at Versant, we want to help keep you safe near our power lines. Did you know that work or play near wires causes roughly 10% of all power outages? And that state and federal regulations restrict tree trimming up to 20 feet from energized lines?
Be a good neighbor. If you've got work to do near the lines, give us a call here at Versant Power, and we'll help you stay safe.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Now is the best time to get a great deal on a vehicle at #1 Van Sickle Kia. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your late model vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. There's never been a better time to buy, sell, or trade at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Your son is sick. I can help you.
Wipe everything clean.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
The Midsummer Classic is back in Tinseltown. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back, everybody. The DVD, digital, and music releases this week include a popular animated family, an Oscar-winning legend, and more. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin with the list of new releases.
Happy, hopeful.
The Bob's Burger movie tops this week's list of what's new in home entertainment. Based on the long-running Emmy-winning series, the animated film centers on the Belcher family facing a sinkhole threatening to destroy their restaurant and summer. The Japanese drama Drive My Car is about a man forced to confront certain realities of his life following his wife's tragic death. Johnny Depp produced and stars in the real-life drama Minamata. He portrays famed photojournalist W. Eugene Smith, who documented how people in a Japanese fishing village suffered from mercury poisoning due to industrial pollution in the 1970s.
I just don't know who you are anymore.
Meryl Streep plays a famous author who takes a trip with two old best friends and a nephew in hopes to find fun and happiness in the comedy drama Let Them All Talk.
The duel to the death will be in approximately 1 year.
Karen Gillan is forced to fight her clone to death in the sci-fi thriller comedy Duel.
I make this look good.
Films celebrating their 25th anniversary. The sci-fi comedy Men in Black, starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, as well as the beloved comedy classic Good Burger.
We agreed, say no more than we have to.
Small screen favorites available to own on DVD and Blu-ray include Season 1 of Showtime's Emmy-nominated drama Yellow Jackets, the CBS sitcom The Neighborhood Season 4, and the 7th and final season of DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
I hate to think about it.
For music fans, rock musician Jack White drops Entering Heaven Alive, the second of 2 solo records. And indie pop duo She and Him celebrate a Beach Boys icon with their 7th album, Melt Away, a tribute to Brian Wilson.
I love the way you soften my life.
In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Having a good night's sleep might be more beneficial for your heart than you thought. Health experts say getting insufficient sleep increases the chances of developing hypertension, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. They say getting a good night's sleep helps the body rehabilitate its circadian rhythm and maintain healthy metabolism and hormone levels. They believe having a healthy sleeping pattern can also help prevent cardiovascular disease. The American Heart Association recommends getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep.
Well, the former home of KFC founder Colonel Sanders happens to be up for sale. The 5,000-square-foot residence named Blackwood Hall was purchased by the Colonel and his wife Claudia in 1959. It's located in Shelbyville, Kentucky, and includes the Claudia Sanders Dinner House. The home is being sold with KFC memorabilia like Colonel Sanders' original Kentucky Colonel certificate, as well as handwritten recipes, a monogrammed Bible, and other items. The buyer will also have the rights to the Claudia Sanders Dinner House and Claudia Sanders' name and likeness. So I guess if you're a little bit obsessed with KFC, then that might be the ticket for you. Hold a dinner party there.
I mean, it's a very nice looking home. For sure. I don't know if I would feel right eating KFC in it. I feel like I would need,
What could be more right than eating KFC?
I know, but it's like so nice, and then KFC is like, it's delicious. But I mean, I feel like I would need to make my own fried chicken right there in the kitchen with those handwritten recipes, right?
I hope all their ghosts will be around you nitpicking what you do as you do it. You couldn't just make my chicken, huh, Peter?
It definitely seems like it might be haunted.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.